Letter to myself. Dear me, love yourself a little bit more than yesterday. Make yourself a priority. Chase your goals. Be grateful for the things you have. Be proud of yourself.
You may be in your darkest hour. Know that night don't last forever. There's a morning coming in your life. Stay down till you come up. Stay down till you come up. Stay down till you come up.
So, this shit
Stay
crazy.
down till you come up. Stay down.
Aye, man try say am I good, bro, do I look okay? Somehow I'm close to home, but still somehow I feel away. Don't waste your time and get me mad, car, bro, I'll ruin your day. I still ain't recovered from all this pain I felt back then, but hey, yo, tell me what have you done? Show me talk is cheap. Last week man spent like 10, 15, why would I lie, bro? Here's the receipt. I had to cut off my day one still. 5 for shallow, that one was deep. Way too busy, I get no sleep. Feeling weird, I'm feeling peak. I don't force it, I just air it. The rumors, I don't hear it. You watching me clearly. My enemies, I don't fear them, yo. Me, I don't care if you like me. Me, I don't care if you rate me. I never been one to beg no friendship. Yes, I'm like that, baby. I'm the type to do you wrong and book one flight, let's switch location. Trust me, you need that bigger bag, that little one is way too basic. Don't ever lower your worth, my guy. That's when they start treating you mad. Uncle see me on the block, said you look like your dad. Yo, Caramel one, she bad, I'm glad she stuck around for man. You probably think I'm crazy, I can't fabricate who I am. I see one posting a man on Insta seeking validation from next man. Why are all the relationships so toxic nowadays? I don't get that. Man try say am I good, bro, do I look okay? Somehow I'm close to home, but still somehow I feel away. Don't waste your time and get me mad, car, bro, I'll ruin your day. I still ain't recovered from...
Nobody's coming to save you. No one's going to be the person to do it for you. It's only you that can make a change. I was addicted to smoking weed for the good part of my late teens, my early 20s, so a good part of about 6 years. Pretty much non-stop smoking weed, almost every day really. I've had moments of breaks and what I used to call tolerance breaks, tea breaks or whatever. But, you know, I just gave myself excuses to just start smoking again. And I want to make this video because it doesn't really matter what your addiction is in terms of like this substance, you know, it could just be nicotine, it could be weed, it could be social media, it could be toxic relationships, I don't know, but we all have our addictions or our vices in some way. And I think it's about tapping into really who you are and what you really want. And for such a long time, I knew that for me, weed was just keeping me in the same place and it wasn't giving me any fulfillment. And I had to really look within and I had to, you know, really make a change. And like I said, I've tried to do that before in the past, but I would just end up going back into the cycles of smoking again, kind of justifying to myself that it's okay when I knew that it wasn't deep down. And I think you just have to kind of look at your life and maybe, you know, your sort of circles, and sometimes you just have to be okay with saying no and kind of setting boundaries for yourself. But, you know, I think it's, I think the number one sort of problem with any addiction is denial, you know. So the first thing that you have to be is completely honest with yourself. And if you're honest with yourself, then you'll know that that's the first start to actually making a change. For so long, I suppressed my problems and my emotions through rolling up and getting high. And it just became such a norm in my life that, you know, at moments I didn't really know any different. So, first of all, be honest with yourself. find out what your soul really feels and really wants and really knows, because that is there deep down. And you know, it's not easy. It's really, really difficult. You know, I'm not making this video saying, you know, look at me, I made a really good change and, you know, you can do the same and whatever, but I'm just being real, and I'm saying that it is very difficult. It is very tough. But it's only tough for a moment. It's only really difficult for a moment, a temporary moment, whether that's a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. And at some point you break through those temporary tough moments and you get on the other side and you realize, like, wow, this is the change that I should have made all along, really. And just particularly in my case, like, I can't tell you how much better I feel. Like, it's just incredible. I've got such a clear mind. I've got such a clear vision of what I need to do. I've got, you know, I'm waking up and I'm feeling good. And I haven't had that in years, you know, because I would stay up late, I would watch shit, and I would smoke weed, and then I'd wake up feeling just super down, super groggy, super just like hazy vision, hazy thoughts. You know, now I'm feeling the best I've ever felt. I feel like my true self. I feel like my relationships with the people around me in my life are much better. I can hold conversations. I can, you know, it's very simple things, but like, it's a huge difference. And I have such a clear vision of like what I need to do and how to get there. And my motivation has just gone through the roof. This YouTube channel, for example, like I wouldn't have, if I was still smoking weed, I wouldn't have been as consistent as I am now, and I wouldn't have been motivated to even do this properly. I've always wanted to do this YouTube thing, and I've always put it off because of my lack of motivation, because I was just always high. And like, I want to make it clear as well that like, this is just my story. This is my personal experience with a substance that I once, you know, found a good relationship with, but I abused it for a long time. And in abusing it, you know, it really held me back from just becoming the person that I know I can be. And I want to just make it clear that that's my experience. And I'm not saying that, you know, me choosing to be sober and quit smoking weed, I'm not saying that that's what you should do and that's what everyone should do, because everyone's experience is different. And maybe you'll come to that realization, you know, at your own time, or maybe you won't. And maybe you're okay with where you're at and what you're doing. And I'm just trying to say that I don't want to make this video saying like, you know, you should do this, shouldn't do that, because, you know, who am I to say that you should and shouldn't be doing something? You know, we all have free will to do whatever we want. But what I will say is that although we have free will to do whatever we want, you should really tap into what your soul really wants and follow that. Follow your soul and follow the love for yourself, because eventually that will give you the truth to, you know, what you need and what you want. And whatever that looks like for you, that's whatever it looks like for you. So, but yeah, it's been a huge positive shift in my life. Really just taking care of my mind, my body and my spirit. And I'm really just on the right path with everything. I feel really good. I feel much better than I've ever felt being sober and having a clear mind. And, you know, I'm really excited about the future. I'm really excited about this YouTube channel. I'm really excited about my career, my future career in trading. And, you know, that's really positive. And I think particularly for myself in my position with pursuing trading success, I've had to come, because, you know, like for a while I've been trying to be successful in trading whilst having these addictions outside of trading, whilst having no discipline outside of trading in my life. And it's clear why it hasn't been consistent. And, you know, that's the answer. And I've always just put it off because I've tried to, like, you know, get there the easier route or the quicker route. But the reality is, if I really want to get there, then I have to take the harder path, which, you know, it feels like the harder path in the moment, but actually it's the easier one, you know, in the long term. It's just getting through those barriers of being uncomfortable basically, and not going back to being comfortable. Because what happens is, it's so easy to like fall back into your comfortable life with your addictions and with what you think, you know, is kind of safe and normal for you. But I'm really just trying to break through those kind of barriers and feel uncomfortable and push myself and like do things that I know are going to be good for me in the future. I don't want to be smoking anything because it's not good for you, or, you know, it's not good for me. It's not good for my lungs. It's not good for my health. It's not good for my mind. So I think following 3 basic principles is just taking care of your body, your mind, and your spirit. And that will just, you know, that will get you very far in this life. And I'm pretty excited about that. So yeah, I have a lot more to say, I feel like, about the whole weed situation, but I feel like if I do go in depth to like all of that, this video will be very, very long. But yeah, I just hope maybe you've taken something away from this video, this shared experience of overcoming my addiction, and, you know, just wanting better for myself really. And just know that you can do the same with whatever it is, and remember to just follow what you know is good for you and your truth, and it will get you to that point of where you know you can be. So yeah, stay positive. You can make changes, and that's the beautiful thing about this life, is that you don't have to be the same person. You don't have to be in the same position. You can make a change, a positive one, and really start changing your life. So yeah.